look at this. Call it the crown jewel of your Easter basket. Today we're showing you how to make your own Easter egg geodes. Studio 5 producer Stephanie Bryson has been experimenting. She's here to show us how, and we are dying. These are gorgeous.
Aren't they amazing? They turned out so much better than I thought they would, that it was really a fun project to do.
I mean, how often do you say that? You set out down this project rabbit hole, and you are just loving how these turned out and the process.
I know, the process was easy, and in about 15 hours, you can have these beautiful Easter egg geodes. I thought they were awesome.
They are. I can't believe how sparkly they are. I don't know if the camera's going to even pick up that reflective quality, but they are just like sparkly.
And the crystals are pretty big. I'm impressed with how much they grew.
Chunky?
Okay, so what's happening here is that
teach us.
This is a little science experiment. In fact, you might have done this in junior high or elementary school, where they just dissolve alum, which is, I think it's called potassium aluminum chloride.
Yeah, I said this is taking me back to the pediatric table, and everyone said the periodic table. Yeah, that shows where I am in my life, right? Whatever.
Yeah, so it's just a very simple chemical reaction that happens using a basic element from the grocery store called alum. So should we do this? I'm going to show you a little bit about the process.
Okay.
So what you want to do is start with an egg.
Yes.
Shell.
Okay.
So this is an extra large egg, and I really recommend getting the extra large size if you can buy them at this store. And then I just cracked the top of it.
Okay.
And then I used scissors to kind of cut around. Did you like my sound effect? Cut around and then just crack it, and look at how rugged mine turned out.
And you want it all jagged.
Yeah, I think you want it jagged. That's how a real geode is. So wash out the middle. I pulled out the membrane that's in there. Then you have to create something for your crystals to attach to.
Okay.
So in the second example here, we're going to paint the inside with glue and put some alum down so that the chemical reaction can happen. So get painting, and this is really rustic. There's no right or wrong way except just get it covered.
I hope my chemistry teacher, Mr. Cephalo, is watching right now.
Isn't that funny? It takes you right back.
So proud.
My chemistry teacher was Mr. Beezer.
Mr. Beezer, look at Steph now. She's here teaching all of us what you taught her.
He had us do the funniest things. Okay, so you're going to just paint it with some glue. We used Mod Podge. You could use Elmer's glue, anything you have around the house.
Yes.
Then you're going to take a little bit of your alum and put it in. You know how Becky Lowe teaches you to flour the inside of a cake pan?
Yeah.
So this is kind of what you're doing here. You're going to just paint a little bit of your alum on the inside of your eggshell, and you're just going to, these eggshells are pretty darn, oh, you have a paintbrush?
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to hook you up with the right supplies.
Got it.
Anyway, keep it, just get it covered. Doesn't have to be perfect.
This is what
you can't really see, it's hard to see this on camera.
Yeah.
But you want to cover all of it. Wherever you want crystals to grow, you need to have some alum down.
Well, and I love how they're coming out the edge, so the edges pay attention to the edges.
Pay attention to the edges. Okay, then you're going to take your egg. Oh, and I got to get my water out of the microwave.
Go. I'm so excited about this.
So
we're going to hold down the side.
What color are you going to choose?
I'm going to choose red. We kind of took on a pinky crystal color, but the actual egg was red, and I love the color play on it too.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to pour about 1.5 cups of water in your jar.
I'm so darn excited.
And you're going to add all of your alum. So this is about 1/2 cup of alum. This is the same. This is an entire jar like this from the grocery store.
Okay.
This size jar.
How many eggs will this make?
This will make 1 at a time, but you can use the solution multiple times over and over.
Okay.
So what you're trying to do is saturate your water with alum, and you want to get it to where it's completely dissolved. Our water is a little cooler than I would have liked it to be. You can still dissolve alum in room temperature water, but if you dissolve it in warm water, it will dissolve a little faster.
Okay.
So you want to dissolve as much as you can. Then you're going to add your color. That looks, it looks like we might need to dissolve that a little bit more, but we can go ahead and add color. No worries.
We'll pretend it's dissolved.
Drop your color in.
Purposes. I'm so excited.
And you're going to do like 30 drops.
Oh, really?
A lot of color. This is regular grocery store color. I really like the neon colors. Pick the neons.
Okay.
And like really pour in some water there.
Okay.
So I learned the original recipe here from marthastewart.com. I also tapped a website called notmartha.org.
Interesting.
And she had some great color combinations for really getting some rich Easter egg colors.
Okay.
Anyway, and she suggested sometimes using the neons plus the regulars and some different formulations. I'll link you over on our website. But that is your solution, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now you're going to drop your egg that has been painted with alum on the inside. And you're going to drop it right in your jar.
Just upside?
Just make it sink to the bottom, and you need to have the open side to the top. Yep, just make it sink.
Okay.
Okay, now don't touch it.
What?
That is the
What?
clue.
And it stays?
And it'll stay there, and now you're just letting it sit.
Okay.
So you need to let it sit for like 15 hours.
Okay.
We'll almost give you a perfect crystal. That's exactly what I did with my finished
These are
examples.
beautiful.
And it's what I've got right here for you. You want to pull this one out and show the result?
Okay, okay. Hold on.
See if you can dig it out of there.
Hold on. Oh, lady. Look at this.
Isn't that cool?
That's amazing.
So that's kind of our color purple one.
That's amazing.
We went for a deep color. I would almost go lighter next time, but the eggshell gets really rich and full of color.
Yes.
And the crystals come forward with that purple.
Okay,
so there you
almost
go.
out of time. Any troubleshooting tips for us?
So just don't move your jar. Once you set your egg in there, do not bump it. Your temptation is to
Peek.
check on it.
Yeah.
Or like look at the jar. Don't. You can't bump it at all.
Okay.
And that's how you can get the bigger crystals. You'll get smaller crystals.
This was the project of the season, and here it came just in time for Easter and also just in time for spring break. A lot of districts off next week, so this would be a
Have fun
perfect
with it.
project to pull out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.